Hi guys, welcome to day 5. Today 5, although I'm looking a little bit happy, I'm actually feeling a little bit sad. It's been the last couple of days I keep getting people on Facebook about child abuse, and I don't know about you guys, but I've never had kids and I'd love to have kids, and I find it really difficult to talk about or hear about children being abused in any way, shape or form. Whether it be for religious reasons or psychological or drug addiction, whatever the reason. It could even be, sex addicts and things like that. Or it could just be that, I don't really know. What I wanted to talk to you about today is, how is it that our society is a society, we're supposed to be a first world society, we're supposed to have everything and be able to do everything. Why are we so depraved? Why is it that there are so many children out there that are being sexually assaulted and physically assaulted? They can't protect themselves. The government in whatever country a lot of the time is not in a position to help them, and they're getting injured and maimed and basically destroyed for life. And I know that with child support agencies and stuff like that, sometimes they go overboard, but they tend to go overboard on the parents that aren't really doing that much, that are just, someone's complained because they're yelling at them. Whereas the ones that are getting physically hurt and psychologically hurt in a more pronounced way seem to be able to get away with it until a child is seriously injured or seriously dies. And this just really breaks my heart. I just read a report this morning which physically makes me sick and go, why? How are these people existing? And a guy actually bit out the eyes of his 4-year-old son. And first of all, who would even think to bite the eyes of a child and rip them out of their head? But secondly, to your own flesh and blood. And I was just like, I just cannot comprehend it at all. And I guess that really makes me sad and angry. My nieces and nephews are really important to me, and if somebody hurt them, I would be really upset. But to think that there are people that are so disturbed out there that are doing these sort of things, and I wonder what's going on with society. What is it that makes it more prevalent now than ever? Is it because there's more people in the world? Or is it because we're just hearing about it more because the rise of the internet, and we get to hear information like this? What do you think? What do you think is causing us to be able to know and find out about these atrocious things that are happening to children? Now, my challenge for you, they also showed a video recently where they simulated a child being abducted, and nobody at all did anything until near the end, and 2 young guys went to grab the guy and to stop him taking the girl, and an old lady, like elderly, really elderly, was on her mobile trying to call the police. But general people, families with kids walking past, single people walking past, they did nothing. And this kid's going, help, help, this isn't my dad. And they just did nothing. And my mind is going, what do you mean they did nothing? This child is saying, help, this is not my dad. So my challenge to you today on day 5 is, if you see a child that you feel is being in a situation that you think is not kosher, doesn't look right, I challenge you to keep watching and make sure whether that child is in danger or not. And that's what these guys did that ended up rushing this guy. They saw it, they looked and thought, that's a bit weird, and they kept looking and they kept listening and observing, and then went, hang on, this guy's trying to abduct this kid, and then went to go him. Now, I don't recommend approaching someone and trying to tackle someone. Obviously, if you're on your own, you can't do that. But ring the police, or take a photo with your mobile phone so that they know who's taking what kid or whatever. But be aware, be alert. If you see something like that, even if you're just watching and the person knows that you're watching what's going on, either A, they're trying to abduct the child and they'll stop and the child will be safe, or B, if it's a parent that's going above and beyond what discipline is, and they can see people watching them and they think they're being judged, they might stop. Thank you, playing. love planes. They make me feel really relaxed. Growing up, you know, we used to have the planes go overhead on a sunny day, and yeah, it used to make me sleepy. Anyway, so that's my challenge. Today, if you see, or any day, the whole year, my challenge is for the whole year. If you see something that's not right, stand and watch and do something about it. Don't mean physically, but, you know, take a photograph, take some video footage on your phone, or call the police and tell them what you're seeing and describe the person. And hopefully we'll try to be more aware of what's happening to our children, because it's up to you and I to protect the children. They can't do it themselves. You know, if they're, you know, 10 years and younger, who's going to help them unless somebody else does, if it's happening. So that's my little rant today, because I was just so upset about it this morning. How's your week going? It's day 5, so, you know, it's almost a week. And I'm very excited to hear that tomorrow my nephews are down from Sydney, so I'm going to go to the movies with my mum and my nephew, both of them, and well, 2 of them, because they're the 2 that are here, and enjoy myself. So that'll be interesting. I'm going to see Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is a kid's show, obviously, so my motive for going there was to see my nephews and make sure and have a happy time with them and trying to raise some of this darkness from my life. But yeah, be aware, people, be aware. I don't know what I would do if I actually had a child and my child got abducted in a crowded environment or injured and nobody did nothing. And I dare say if you've got children, you would be horrified as well. So that's the challenge. Be aware. Make sure you stare, make sure you do what you can to help that child if you can.